Hi guys, welcome back. So as promised, I'm going to tie my white bead olive. This is the original version. As you've seen on my videos, how effective it is. Summer, clear water, this fly here, you can't beat it. I don't care what anyone says. It's that effective. So let's tie it. So the hook I'm using is a Fuller Mill Jig Force size 14 on this one. I'll tie them in all different sizes. The bead is a 2.8mm white tungsten bead. Like I say, I'll go anywhere from a 2mm size 18 jig up to a size 12 4mm white bead. As long as the water's clear, this pattern will excel any other. So the thread, I'm just using a yellow silk. I'll either use yellow or white on this one. So I'll start off behind the bead, work my way back, just before the bend, trim off the excess. Now for the tail, basically the tail's paintbrush fibres. A friend of mine bought some paintbrushes for this pattern specifically, and as long as you go for like a quite expensive paintbrush, the ones with the thin bristles on the end, they're the ones that work, and you're looking for like a light grey paintbrush. So as long as they're thin, they do the job perfect, and it's cheaper than going to the fly shops and buying the microfiber fibbits for the tails. If you buy one paintbrush, that'll last you a lifetime. It might cost you £4 or £5, but if you go in the fly shops, you're looking at about £3 for a little packet of them. Anyway, so the tail, I've took off about 3 or 4 little fibres of it, and I want it the same length as the hook shank, so I'm going from basically before it bends to the bead. I want it roughly the same length as that, so I'll measure it up. It doesn't matter if you go a little bit too big, because you can just pull them to get your quite length like that. I'd say that's a little bit too long, so I'll just grab the front ones and just make sure we grab them all together. Like that one, I've missed one there, so I'll pull that a touch, I'll bind them down, make sure they're all together like so. Come in and work my thread up and trim them off at the bead. It should be nice and secure. Now for the rib, I'm using some wire. I've got this from Hens. It's like in between gold and silver. It's like a champagne wire. I can't think of the exact colour of it, like what Hens call it, but it's like sort of like a champagne. If you find it, I'm sure it's under champagne or something like that. So I'll just take a length of it, place it inside the bead slot and tighten it down and secure it onto the top of the hook shank like so. Right, now I'm going to go for the body now. This is if you know Virtual Nymph, what they do, the nymph skin and stuff like that. I bought this from them about 7 years ago at a fly show. Unfortunately, they don't sell it anymore, but it's under the name squirrel, but it's not squirrel doing. It's rabbit. It's definitely not squirrel. It's too soft for squirrel. So I've only got this little packet left, but what you need to look for is a rabbit dubbing, like in dark olive, and basically that's what that is. And there's plenty out there on the market if you just Google it. So I'll take a pinch of this, and I want it tapered, so I'll start off thin, double it onto my thread. You want this pretty tight onto your dubbing. Push it up, right. So from behind, in front of the tail, I'll work my way up, making sure I taper it up nicely, like so. Coming just behind the bead. Now the wire, I want around 5 turns of wire rib. So I'll start off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come in front and tie that down. Make sure it's secure. And I'll just spin it off like so. No point in using your scissors, it'll just blunt them fast. Right, now for the thorax, I'm using some SLF squirrel dubbing. This is in dark olive. So I'll just want a little pinch of this. This acts as basically the thorax, the legs, like a collar. When it's wet, all the fibres brush back and it like makes like a little air pocket. So I'll just loosely dub this onto my thread. Like so, just put a touch more on. I'll come in and just wind that on. Like so. And I'll just come in and I'll do a whip finish. Behind the bead, tighten that down. I'll be secure now. And I'll just trim off my thread. Now I'll take my bodkin and just pick some of them fibres out. Nice and spiky. So yeah, it gives a imitation of legs and all the good stuff like that on the nymphs. You see when it's wet, that just folds back. And it gives a little air pocket inside. Yeah, this pattern here, it's definitely my favourite pattern in the summer. Once you get the low clear water, just tie them to the right size that you want to use. Whether it's, if you're in really low water like pocket water, there was 2.5mm tungsten bead and a size 16 hook. Just make sure you got all the right sizes for these. They're easy to tie, you can tie them pretty quick. So I've sent these all around the world and they worked for everyone. I get praised all the time on how effective they are. Like I said, they're no good in coloured water, or if you've got a little bit of a tinge in. What you need is really clear water, and there's no better fly, in my opinion anyway. But I'll try and get a few more fly time videos out. I've been slacking on them recently. But anyway, thanks for watching. See you next time.